how med spa owners get quality injectors for minimum wage. If you're a med spa owner and you're paying your injectors $55, $75, I've even seen $120 and $150 an hour, sometimes plus commission, then it's obvious why you're not making the kind of money that you want to make. And this video is for you. But Ivan, I'm in Florida. The regulations here are different. Oh, well, I'm in California. It's definitely not going to work here. You're not getting anybody for that price. Look, I've heard it all the time. If you want to believe that, that's fine. It makes no difference to me. Just know that we've done this in the most expensive cities in the US, including DC, New Jersey, Dallas, Phoenix, Miami, and even in California. The only reason why you believe it's not possible is just because you don't know how to do it. And so my name is Ivan Merlo. I'm the owner of Newly Booked, a growth partner agency that has grown multiple med spas to multiple seven figures a year. And with this play alone, I was able to save over $30,000 a month in payroll for just one of my clients. Now, this is only for spas, not for like personalities or specialists that, they charge whatever, $10,000 a month for filler, or like they fly out to specific cities and people sign up ahead of time, right? They fly out to like Dubai or Monaco or whatever, right? So it's not for these type of people. These are for med spa owners who want to eventually or already have other injectors working for them doing all this stuff. This is more for these type of people. If you're a specialist and you only do filler and you charge what normally costs you $650 a vial and you charge for that $5,000, that's completely fine. That's different from this. This is for med spa owners. So what we first need to do, if you are getting injectors for this crazy high price, what's happening is you have this belief that the quality of the injector will result in more money for your med spa. And for any med spas out there, let me ask you this. You're paying $125 for your med spa. How much money are you making? Are you doing $5 million a year? I bet not. Are you doing $3 million a year? I bet not. Are you even doing $1 million a year? Probably not as well. And the reason why I know that to be true is because if you're paying so much for an injector with the belief that you need the highest, most qualified injector possible for your med spa to grow, that means that you believe that you are in the services industry. That's your business, but you're not. You're in the marketing and sales business. And so what you need to do is figure out, well, we do, you can do whatever you want, is we break down our injector services, right? And so where a lot of spas, let's say you have like one of the most complicated setups possible, which I would say is that you are offering neurotoxin, you're offering really complicated or semi-complicated filler, and you're offering PDO threads. This is like you need like a really qualified injector to be really good at all these things, right? And so what you want to do is you want to break down your services and breaking it down essentially by how complicated the service is, right? So for example, you might be paying your PDO thread girl quite a bit. Maybe you're paying her $55 an hour. Like I'm not even going to be touching $125 an hour. That's just crazy. But you're paying $55 an hour for your PDO thread girl or $45 or whatever it is. But you don't need your PDO thread girl to take Botox. Like I'm obviously Botox is like a treatment. It's a medical treatment. You need to respect it and blah, blah, blah. But like they teach how to do Botox in at freaking hotels, right? Like let's not kid ourselves. It's not like the most complicated treatment in the world. And so what you want to do is make it so that you have these like tiers of services. Right? Now, after you've done that, you need to understand one thing. Most med spas, they are competing against hospitals, right? You need to understand that you're never going to outcompete a hospital in terms of pay, right? These hospitals are paying, like a nurse can make out a hospital like $20K a month working like 30 hours a week or something like that, right? Or like 26, like part-time. Like you're never going to beat that as a med spa. You're just not. And so what you need to do is look at a higher level and kind of zoom out and figure out, okay, well, what can I offer for a specific person that will value it, that I can give, that will cost me less, but they value it. They really, really value it. So the beauty of the med spa space is one thing that I freaking love about the med spa space is that everyone and their mom wants to work at a spa. Like so many people want to work at a med spa. It's crazy, right? That's like a dream. It's like I want to be an influencer or I want to work at a med spa. And so there's so much demand on the human resources side that what you want to do is you just want to make an offer for those people that you can provide something that that person wants. So what does a person want that wants to work at a med spa that I can give that costs me little, right? And so this is where we came up with the internship idea. So many people that work in hospitals want to get into the aesthetic space, but it's so expensive and so hard. Just there's so much effort that needs to be done to get into the med spa space. And for example, if you want to get certified on doing like all the basic stuff like neurotoxin and filler and stuff like that, you're gonna have to pay a trainer like around $2,000 per training, right? The training's like all day. Then you're also going to have to pay for all of the product, and you're going to have to find all of the models yourself. That's a lot of work. It's like $4,000-$5,000 like per training, right? If you're doing like a lot of Botox, and you're going to have to find all these models. Like it's just so much work. People just don't realize how much work that is. And so what we do is we offer an internship. And so we say, hey, if you're looking to get into the aesthetic space, we have this 90-day internship. You work, you get paid whatever, minimum wage, and every other Sunday, you'll get to do a free training. And so on this free training, you're going to get trained on whatever, like one of those classes, right? Those Botox classes or whatever. We offer the models because you already have the customer base. You can just do a text blast. You can easily get 5 people to show up on a Sunday. And also, you're going to supply the product because you already have the product. And then you can also sell it to the models at a markup. So you're still making a profit on this model call. And boom, that is how right away you can do a 90-day internship training every other Sunday, for example, and they only get their certificates at the end of that 90 days. So they have to work the whole 90 days. And so this way, you can now have really cheap, really qualified labor for a lot of your injectables, right? And what you can have is you can just have one really experienced injector that you're paying $45, $55 an hour. She's the one that sort of supervises everything. She's the one that does the trainings and all that stuff. And then you just have this army of injectors. Now you may think, Ivan, well, these injectors, like they're not good, blah, blah, blah. You are going to get so many people. You are going to get so many people wanting to work for you for this internship program. You are going to have the pick of the litter. I'm not saying to not get people with no degrees. I'm saying get the most qualified people, the people with the best go-getter personality, the people that you get along with the best, people are going to show up on time, blah, 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 blah. But it's just going to be, you're just going to be training them and they're just going to be working for you. That's all I'm saying. And so this is how we get extremely qualified people at very, very cheap prices. And it's a win-win for everyone. Now, how are you going to run the ads for this internship? It's going to be very, very easy. You can just do LinkedIn, Indeed. You can even try Facebook ads. Trust me, you're not going to have any trouble with this. Just general rule of thumb is you're going to want to run it on like a Thursday, start the ads on like a Thursday or a Friday, and then stop the ads on a Monday. You're going to spend like whatever, $50 a day or $100 a day or whatever. Most med spas, it only cost them like $200 or $300 to get like an injector that they really, really like. And you want to interview all of these people during the week. And then if you don't find this injector, if it's like, it should happen, but if you don't find these injectors, then you run a new ad. So you duplicate the original post and you run this new ad on Thursday, Friday again, and stop it on Monday. I will be surprised if you need to run the ad again. You'll probably find it in your first ad. And you just want to explicitly put in the title like aesthetic injector paid internship. And you will just find so many people, like you will be surprised. You're definitely going to want to hire. General rule of thumb that I always tell people, always hire, like for frontline employees, always hire like 3 to 4 times more than you need. So if you need like one injector, get like 3 of them. This way, if you're most likely going to have like one of them is going to quit like 2 weeks in. Someone's going to keep on saying that they can't make it today because of their kid. You're going to need to fire that person. And so always like over hire. Best case scenario, you have 2 people that you really like. That's awesome. And then worst case scenario, you still have like one injector, right? So that's my general rule of thumb.